We are constantly getting both sides of the spectrum. We are constantly getting harder and harder lessons, trials, challenges, obstacles, pains, traumas. We're constantly getting more of those things, and we're also constantly getting more blessings, more abundance. Like I said, more joy, more adventure, more love, more connection, more of our desires. The higher we go up, the more we get from both sides. So no, life don't stop. We'll never get to a point where we're just like, everything's perfect. No. Sorry, but no. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of TTALK, where it is you plus me plus a lovely cup of tea. And today we are back with another episode. If you guys are new here, this is just a safe and a sacred space where we sip our tea and we talk the real tea. So if you guys don't know me already, my name is Nala Asa Shakur, also known as Tyler A. Norman. I'm the author of the book Love Starts Here. I will link that down below if you guys want to check out what it's about, read some reviews, just read all about the book. This book just takes you down a life-changing journey of self-discovery, of self-help, of learning how to cultivate love within, and learning how we can reflect that in so many ways in our outer world and our realities. So yes, I'm also the owner and CEO of the All Natural right here, which is your one-stop holistic health shop, where we provide all your needs for a natural lifestyle. Okay, so if you guys are returning to TTALK, thank you so much. Whether you are on YouTube or any podcast platforms, or whether you're just watching the short videos and the reels on TikTok, Instagram, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting. Please subscribe down below. Support TTALK and our expansion and just where we're trying to head with this, and just creating, like I said, a safe and a sacred space where we need to create time to sit down and be with self, create time to heal self, create time to just be amongst this healing energy, this conversation, this communication, this union, this communion with spirit. So yes, but we're going to go ahead and just get straight into it today. We're going to get into some prayer, some announcements, and we're going to go ahead and get started with the message, okay? Oh, and by the way, if you don't have your tea, pause this video right now, go get you some tea. I'm sipping on some green tea this morning, some pomegranate green tea. I really love green tea. It's so good. It's like just enough caffeine where it's not too much. Green tea is super good for boosting your metabolism. It's really good for digestion, really good for skin as well, boosting the immune system. Green tea has so many benefits, weight loss, just so much stuff. I love green tea. It's probably my favorite one. And that pomegranate adds just a little bit of flavor in there. So you can add some lemon, honey, sea moss, and it's going to take you there, okay? So yes, like I said, we're going to get started. So if you guys are returners, you know that we always start off with 3 deep breaths. But lately I have been kind of guiding us through a meditation before we get into the prayer. So we're going to get into that. Whew. Ooh, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle those shoulders out. Roll the neck. Three deep breaths. In. Breathe out. Breathe in healing. Breathe out victimhood. Breathe in alignment. Breathe out displacement. Breathe in heart expansion, heart opening. Breathe out any walls or closed off energy or blockages. Thank you, Mother, Father, Creator. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this space, this time, this gift, and this sacred vessel that I get to channel the divine wisdom, Mother, Father, Creator. I give so much gratitude for being here right now, and being able to be the voice, the messenger, and also the listener of whatever it is that we need to hear today, Spirit. I pray and I set the intentions to the ancestors, angels, spirit guides, gods and goddesses, Mother, Father, Creator, and all elements of the universe that are here assisting me and assisting all of us watchers and listeners on our journey toward love and our highest good and our highest selves and our balanced selves between our light and dark. I pray that we receive a message today that gives us clarity, that gives us inner over and understanding, that gives us affirmation, that gives us whatever we need for guidance to help us move along our journey, to be present in this moment, to help us dive into this moment, whatever we are going through, to help us see clearly and to understand the vision, understand the lesson and the challenge and the blessings of this moment, Spirit, that we can take away. And I just ask for that divine wisdom to come through me and allow me to receive a message as well. Allow us to receive a message, the collective, that truly helps us heal, that truly helps us love ourselves, love life, and love others deeper, Spirit. Thank you, God. Okay, so as far as announcements, I don't have anything specific. Just some like website maintenance updates. The website is under construction right now. It is open still to the public, but it is under construction. There are some certain things on there that are unavailable to view. Yeah, that blame the Mercury retrograde. I talked about that on the last TTALK. But yeah, it's all good. It's just a part of the rebirth, part of just staying consistent, and part of like the rebirth. Like I said, life is just full of us constantly, going through challenges, constantly, just being in our journey. Life is a journey that doesn't stop. It never stops. We have to stay persistent. We have to keep on. We have to keep going, keep trying with no matter all of the things that are thrown at us. All the things that are thrown at us and all the things that we have to go through and experience and grow through. Life just, it doesn't stop. It's a continuous loop, a continuous cycle. And if we are in alignment, then that cycle is a spiral that goes up and it goes down. It goes up and it goes down. Life is a continuous death and a rebirth. So with that being said, since I'm already just speaking on that, I feel like that is what the message is going to be covering today. And I just pulled Radical Rebirth from the African Goddess deck. So yes, I feel like Spirit wants me to speak on first. It's just like, if you are in a place where you're feeling like, oh my gosh, like shit just don't stop, like things keep on piling on, and we constantly have these new challenges, we constantly have these new obstacles, and we constantly have these new endeavors that we have to get used to, that we have to figure out and adjust to and learn from and grow from. And you're just like, damn, like life just don't stop. Spirit is like, yeah, life don't stop, okay? Life does not stop. And the important thing is staying in alignment, staying in our journey, sticking to our mission. That's where fulfillment comes from. That's where presence comes from. That's where our soul fulfillment comes from, is being in alignment with our journey, with our destiny, with our path. Okay? So going based off of that, one thing I'm going to say is stick to the plan, no matter who says what, no matter who's looking at you crazy, no matter who disagrees, no matter whose perspective is looking in on you like, I don't feel like you should go this way, I feel like you should go right, and your intuition is telling you go left. If God is telling you, Mother, Father, Creator, your ancestors, guys, if you are getting signs and synchronicities from the universe that's telling you to go left and everybody's going right, baby, you better go left. No matter how you look to everybody. People are going to call you crazy. People are going to mock you. They're going to shame you. They're going to talk about you. They're going to create stories. They're going to talk shit, throw dirt on your name. But you must stay in alignment with your path. You must stick to the guidance that you are receiving personally, because everybody else is on their own individual journey. They have their own missions and their own destinies to fulfill while they are here. And their decisions, every decision that they make, is leading them and guiding them to where they are supposed to be. So everybody's decisions and everybody's path is different. Everybody must make different mistakes. They must learn different lessons. They must go through different things to get us exactly where we are supposed to be. So Spirit says, first, stick to the mission. Stick to what I have told you. Stick to the vision. Stick to your path no matter what anybody else is saying. Listen to God first. Listen to God and self, because this is the channel. This is the vessel where we are receiving. Yes, other people can be of messages. Yes, other people are our teachers. Everyone around us is our teachers, but that doesn't mean everyone else knows which way we are supposed to go. Everyone else is our teacher in a way that they might say things that will trigger things in us, that will spark things in us, that will give us guidance and direction maybe that we need to take within self and figure out how that applies to our journey in our life. But we still have to stick to our own mission, no matter the opinions. And like I said, and what everybody else is saying, we still have to stick to what it is that we know we are supposed to be doing. Not everybody else has the vision. God gave us the vision. God put it in our hearts. God put it in our minds, in our spirits. God gave us the emotion to manifest that. Okay, so Spirit says first, stick to the vision. Stick to the vision no matter what. And also know that on our path towards this mission, on our path towards this destiny, and on our path toward our purpose and what we are coming here to fulfill as a soul, our soul contract with universe, with Mother, Father, Creator, with God, with self, with our soul contract, okay? Within that mission, when we are in alignment, when we are going towards our destiny, there is a constant death and rebirth process, okay? So going towards that mission, we are constantly going to face trials. We are constantly going to face challenges. There are constantly going to be obstacles that are placed in front of us that we have to learn how to maneuver past. And every level that we go up, like I said, life is a cycle. We are constantly dying and rebirthing, dying and rebirthing. But when we are in alignment and when we are growing and when we are in our destined path, we are going up in a spiral, going down in a spiral, going up in a spiral, going down in a spiral, okay? So as a cycle, I mean, we're constantly coming back to things that we have learned, but going into deeper parts of them. Okay, so like the death, like I said, we're constantly dying every fall season. Parts of us are constantly dying every fall and winter season because we move in alignment with nature. So during that spiral down process, we are constantly going into deeper aspects of self, learning new layers, releasing new layers, going deeper, deeper and deeper and deeper until there is a death of something within self, death of an old self, death of a self that no longer serves us and serves our journey, and that no longer serves this universe around us because we have evolved. Okay, so once there is a death of self and we reach the roots, and we get to the roots of something within ourselves, that we have been constantly going around and around and around and around in a cycle, reaching deeper aspects of self. Once we have that death, now it's time to rise. Now it's time for the rebirth. And now we're going in a cycle and going in around and around and around and around and constantly facing new layers of things and new challenges, new trials, new blessings that are all related to each other, a part of the same spiral, but we're going up, okay? So Spirit wants us to know that if your question is like, am I constantly going to be facing these things and these things and these things? Yes. Because when we are being rebirthed, if we have just released an old part of self, an old version of self that is no longer serving us, and we've learned lesson after lesson after lesson and gone around and around these cycles, like I said, and learned deeper aspects of self, and we've come to the roots, and we've released whatever that root was, and we've had that death, and now it's time for our rebirth. Like I said, we're going to constantly face trials, challenges, and obstacles that get in our way, and the higher we go, the more we go around this cycle, and we learn lessons, and we come back to that one thing that's related. The higher we go, the harder it gets, okay? The higher we go, the harder it gets. And that's why where that quote comes from, life doesn't get easier, we only get stronger. That is 100% facts. Like, life does not stop. Life does not get easier. Life never gets easier. We just become more equipped to handle the situations, to handle the trials, to handle the challenges, to handle the lessons that are being thrown at us. And we constantly are learning those things and applying them within self, applying them so that we as self are strengthening. We are getting stronger. We are building up momentum, going up in this spiral, up in this spiral, up in this spiral, to where now we are reaching more blessings, bigger opportunities, more expansion. Okay? And then it happens all over again. And then something happens to us that brings us down into self, that brings us deeper into self, that we have to go within our internal world and look at the depths of a wound. And we have to go in that cycle again. And we have to go through each layer again and again and again and again until we release and we have that death, and then we start all over again. So we often find ourselves questioning, like, oh my gosh, does life ever stop? No, it doesn't. Life don't stop. But we have to stick to the mission no matter what. We have to stick to the path, stick to the plan, stay on our journey and stay in alignment no matter what. No matter who says this, no matter who's talking shit over here, no matter who's making up stories, no matter who's telling you to go right when you're being told to go left, no matter the obstacles that are being placed in front of you, no matter the challenges that you are constantly facing, no matter the trials, no matter what you are constantly facing, life does not stop. The only thing constant is change. So we just have to adjust. We have to figure out how to keep going. And the thing that holds us, the thing that grounds us and keeps us locked in is self-love, is alignment, is knowing that we are exactly where we're supposed to be. It is presence that keeps us rooted and locked in, where we are able to constantly go up the spiral, down the spiral, up the spiral, down the spiral, without being wavered and knocked over and flown over and thrown over here, over there, and being thrown off of our path and our alignment. It is presence. It is self-love, knowing that we are exactly where we are supposed to be. Knowing that these trials and these challenges and the things that we are facing are exactly the things that we need in this current moment to get us to that next cycle, that next spiral up. Where these things that we're facing right now and the challenges and the things that we're supposed to be learning are tools to have us equipped to be able to handle the next level in the spiral. Where there are more blessings, yes. There's more happiness, there's more joy, there's more adventure. There's more manifestation, there's more receiving, yes, of course. But also up there are more challenges, trials, and obstacles that we will constantly face. We are constantly getting both sides of the spectrum. We are constantly getting harder and harder lessons, trials, challenges, obstacles, pains, traumas. We're constantly getting more of those things, and we're also constantly getting more blessings, more abundance. Like I said, more joy, more adventure, more love, more connection, more of our desires. The higher we go up, the more we get from both sides. So no, life don't stop. We'll never get to a point where we're just like, everything's perfect. No. Sorry, but no. We're constantly going to be getting it from both sides, and our happiness comes from being okay with that and being present with that and knowing that life don't stop. Knowing that we have to stick to the mission no matter what is happening around us. Knowing that we have to stay in alignment no matter what is happening around us. Knowing that these things are never going to stop coming in. We're constantly going to be going through changes again and again and again. We're constantly going to be being rebirthed, born anew, and gathering these new aspects and characteristics, these new changes, these new, elevations. We're constantly going to be going through that, and we're constantly going to be releasing and letting go of things that no longer serve ourselves. So life does not stop. Life is a constant flow. Life is a constant change. Life is a constant receiving and giving. Life is a constant darkness and light flowing in, going within each other, that creates the Kundalini energy, the Mother, Father, Creator that keeps us whole and that keeps us balanced. So like I said, presence, and knowing this is exactly where we are supposed to be. Knowing that we are grounded in our truth. Knowing that we are going to constantly be reborn and dying again and again. And like I said, things are going to constantly be flowing in and out, in and out, in and out. And we're constantly going to be having to learn these things and give up these things. Life don't stop. And our happiness comes from, like I said, being in that alignment and knowing and being okay with that. Being okay that life doesn't stop. So once we pass this lesson and this test, and once we get past this obstacle and this challenge that is currently in our way, once we learn the things to be able to, and learn the skills to be able to get over that hump, get over that wall, know that there is another one right there that is harder. And knowing that's just it. That's the constant elevation of things. And knowing that when we get over that wall, there is a gift that we receive from that. Internal and external. There is a gift that we receive from that. And there is also another challenge. Okay, so that is today's message, guys. Life don't stop. We had radical rebirth and we had good juju. Which just means, there's good energy in the air. There are miracles in the air. Because we have been learning our lessons. We've been continuously going. We've been continuously trying. And that's all that we can do.